19 miles north of Charlotte, North Carolina, sits Davidson College, known for its vigorous academics and constant commitment to excellence. It also prides itself on the family and close-knit atmosphere the community and campus portray. But family has a whole different meaning for Davidson's Katharine Franz, a junior on the Wildcats volleyball team.
Not a ton of people really know that I'm a legacy.
Davidson, the second smallest Division I school in the country, was also the place of higher education for Katharine's father, Tom, and her mother, Stephanie. Both were also student athletes. Although both of her parents were Wildcats, Katharine did not grow up a fan of the red and black. When Davidson came calling during the recruiting stage, she was still a little skeptical, but didn't really consider the historic pool.
We go back to the 2007-08 basketball season, and as a family, Davidson kind of for the first time became a thing when they did so well during the basketball season and her older brothers were interested in it. But as a general rule, we were not the poster child family that were great alumni supporters.
I really kind of stayed in the background with it, stayed low. At first, she wasn't really interested in coming to Davidson when they started first expressing interest in her.
I actually came to Davidson for the first time my sophomore year of high school. I didn't really take into account a ton that my parents came here, so I was kind of like I was going on my own volleyball visit.
As a former Gatorade Player of the Year, the Wildcat coaching staff loved the idea of Katharine, a local player with Davidson roots.
The immediate Davidson connection really opened a door for us to have some common ground. A former assistant of ours, Emily Carrera, worked with Katharine quite a bit in club, and she was really attracted to her skill set. She had talked to me about her being a legacy here at Davidson with both parents attending and being former athletes. So that really piqued our interest, and obviously Katharine's talent speaks for itself, and we'd seen plenty of her in the newspaper, and finding out that we had an inside connection definitely helped.
Ironically enough, even though it wasn't her family ties that was the deciding factor, although literally it kind of was, it was a family, this one coming in the form of teammates that won Katharine over.
When she finally had to make the decision, when she got sort of the call, the offer, she was 15 years old. She's young for her class. And her brothers and I were in the kitchen, and she looked at us and she said, okay, you guys decide. I don't know. She goes, I don't even have my driver's license. How am I supposed to decide out of college? And so all of her brothers unanimously said, go to Davidson.
I chose Davidson because of, first, the volleyball aspect of it, because my team was just so great, and I knew that coming here to such a rigorous academic school, also playing a D1 sport, this team would hold me together through all the tough parts. It was great. I fell in love with the campus because it's so pretty, and I definitely loved the team and how welcoming all the girls were. They really displayed the family aspect that Davidson volleyball has right away to me.
And now that she's fully immersed in Davidson culture, she still won't call herself a legacy, but the nostalgia is still there.
Freshman year, all the freshmen get an orientation for about 4 days while the rest of the team practices. And so I was off at orientation, and after practice one day, a bunch of my teammates ran up to me and said, Bob McKillop came into practice looking for Katharine Franz. Like, oh my gosh, Bob McKillop. So that was pretty funny because he actually recruited my dad.
I think it's terrific that she's a legacy, but I think for me it was really more about my daughter ending up at the right place. And I'm thrilled that it happened to be Davidson College.
She ended up here sort of by accident as far as a legacy kid. She didn't come here because her parents came here, but she's been able to pave her own way here because we were just athletes here. We weren't star athletes, so she's not walking around campus with people saying, oh, you're Tom Franz's kid, or you're Stephanie Bensinger's kid. She's just Katharine Franz.
I think it's really special that my parents played here and made an impact on their programs, and I really love that I'm an athlete at Davidson, but I'm also in a different program and making my impact in a different place.
This is Katharine's story, but in the end, with Davidson and family, it's all the same.
Warms my heart that she's got that Davidson across her jersey because of everything that Davidson represents, really. And I'm really proud of her. She's doing so well here academically. She just works hard on the court and off the court, and she's thriving, and to see that she's doing that at Davidson College makes me prouder than anything.